A woman I had a one-night stand with told me she's pregnant. Edit: I am taking her for the abortion. I just don't know if I can support her emotionally. She's not a helpless child, she's at least 35. I am helping her make the appointment and driving her to it. A couple months ago I went out with some friends and had too much to drink. I was drunk and high and dancing, and I ended up dancing with this girl. I was wasted, so I let her use my card to get us a hotel room because I lost my friends and didn't know what else to do. I don't remember much of what we did, but I know we had sex. Today she asked if I would call her, and she was crying and saying she's pregnant and it might be mine, that it could be one other person's, a friend she hooked up with a couple times, but that he won't talk to her. She says she's scared and wants an abortion but don't know how to get one. I told her to call the doctor or go to a walk-in, and she started sobbing. I don't really want to go with her or anything because I don't know her at all. Do I owe it to her? Yes, you do. Your sperm is possibly involved. I'd strongly advise helping her get this taken care of. If she doesn't get support, she might not terminate. Then what you owe is going to be possibly a lot and might last 18 years. This is a person coming to you for help. She is trying to fix the problem, but she needs support. However it happens, the universe put you in the principal position to help. I suggest you help the poor girl. She is scared and alone, and you have an opportunity to make this experience a little less worse for her. You won't regret helping her. I totally get that it must feel weird. I think it was really big of her to be totally honest and tell you the truth that it might not be yours. She could have lied. I also think you seem like a decent guy. A lot of guys would have just left her to deal with it alone. This is a defining moment in her life, and you could really help her to get over this experience quicker just by sitting with her for a couple of hours. Thank you for doing this for her. It says a lot about who you are. But I have been in a very similar situation. I was pretty sure that the kid wasn't mine, but I took her to Planned Parenthood and I paid for that abortion. Then we went through the drive-thru and I got her an Egg McMuffin. I offered to take her somewhere for breakfast, but she just wanted the McMuffin. Then I never saw her again. Again, I was pretty sure the kid wasn't mine, but there was a very small chance it was mine, so it was worth it to pay. She also did not have anyone else she could reach out to, so I helped. It is worth your peace of mind to help her with this. You had sex with her and the baby could be yours. Step up and give her the support she needs. She's scared out of her mind and just needs some support. Take her. If it's yours, you did the right thing by emotionally supporting someone you accidentally got pregnant and saved both of you a lot of financial and emotional turmoil down the line. If it's not yours, then you did the right thing by helping out a panicking young woman in crisis out of the kindness of your heart when no one else would. It might feel weird, but either way, you're doing a nice thing for a person who was in a bad spot. It doesn't hurt to help someone out whether or not you are obligated to doing so. Thank God she wants an abortion, makes everyone's life so much easier. I say help her get one and move on. You're too irresponsible to be having sex. I hope you use this as a lesson to use a condom in the future. Pay for her abortion. It's not worth the risk that she gives birth to your child. You are lucky she's not calling to ask for child support. 1. You should have worn a condom. 2. In general, it is not a huge ask for someone that you had intercourse with consensually to want to go to an abortion clinic together. 3. You said you were drunk. Did you give consent or not? I'd help her through it. Just don't get tangled any more than you are. I might help to know what the outcome is. Here's what you do. Look up clinics around here, the times they are open, their phone numbers to give her, and if needed book her an Uber. Let's be very clear, if this kid is yours, it's going to cost you 1000x what everything you're doing now is. Don't let short-sightedness cost you in the long run. If she decides to keep the kid, get a paternity test and go from there. What you're doing is very kind. I was in a similar situation with an ex. He didn't come with me, my poor mum came with me instead. Just be there, Hold her hand through a rather frightening time, no matter the lady's age. Sounds like she trusts you enough to keep her safe when she's vulnerable, even if you did only have one night together. Get tested for STI. Hey man, I'm glad it sounds like you're taking her to the abortion. I don't think you deserve all the hate you're getting. I'd feel kind of weird in this situation too, and I think the fact that you're doing this makes you a kind person. That said, I would probably be more careful drinking from now on, as while I know you said this hasn't happened before, it'd be good not to repeat it, yeah? You fucked around and found out. This is a consequence of a life decision. If you're not prepared for the outcome, be more mindful of your decision making. Biology doesn't care if you're drunk or not. The decision was made. Now it's time to be responsible for that decision, and make better decisions moving forward. As the others already said, support her. This is the best for both of you. No matter what you will decide in the end, I wish you good luck. Both of you seem very irresponsible, especially at her big age. But I am glad she's going through with the abortion and that you're taking her. Please use condoms. I mean, she took his credit card to book a room. Plenty of wrong decisions were made here from both parts. She's just as irresponsible as him. She hooked up with two guys without pills or condom or any other type of protection. What was she expecting? And OP should have known better since they're both grown-up adults. Not saying don't have sex, but be more careful who you hook up with. Having an unwanted child is not a game. Neither it is the trauma of going through an abortion. Truly messy situation. Condom is no one aware of what they are used for? Do you owe anyone anything? How would you like to be treated in the same situation? Is it so much to help her? And this is why casual, meaningless sex isn't a good idea. Just help her out, man. People are being vile. Young adults have unsafe sex and hookups all the time. He's opened up about being abused by his mother in these comments. That's why he doesn't want to get close to this older woman. He's 20, he's done nothing wrong. Absolutely crazy to me that OP said he was blackout drunk and high, and everyone here is claiming he's responsible when there's a good chance he was date raped. Difficult to tell based on the situation and what OP remembers, but assuming OP is telling the truth, this woman is awful. One thing pro-life and pro-choice have in common is loving to come down hard on people for having unprotected sex. You owe it to her as a decent human being. Planned Parenthood is your best option. Help her make the appointment and go with her. Get this done. Be a grown-up, an adult. Take responsibility. Then never do this again. Smack. Why are people downvoting OP so much? He's right, she's a fully grown adult woman who is pretty much a stranger to him. I don't think some of you guys are even reading the comments that this guys is saying. First off, this guys is only still in university and this woman is around 35 with a completely developed brain. This guys could have also possibly been SA'd, considering you can't consent when blackout drunk. It might not even be his kid, but if it is, I'm glad you're taking her. You guys are all for hookup culture until this shit happens. You didn't wear a rubber? Man shrugging. Yes, you were able to have drinks, smoke, and have sex. You're able to help this girl. Your sperm went inside her, so you have to be responsible enough to take her to the doctors. Even if it may not be yours, you still had sex with her, and wanting her to go alone when she's that scared and unknowing what to do is just selfish and childish. Lol, don't go then. Take that risk of finding out next year that you have a living breathing baby. SMH. You stuck your dick in her, you deal with the aftermath.